Welcome to the Cup of Joe Wrestling Show.
Cup of Joe Wrestling Show?
With Joey Harris. A podcast for the wrestling fan on the go. So take your favorite beverage of choice and join Joey as he takes a look at some of the biggest shows on the WWE Network.
Welcome to the Cup of Joe Wrestling Show. I'm your host, Joey Harris, and we are broadcasting from makeshift studios in the shadow of South Central Virginia. Follow the show's Twitter at Cup of Joe Pod, email the show at cupofjoewrestlingshow@gmail.com, support the show at paypal.me/cupofjoepod, and if you would just like to give something to the show, I am on Cash App and Venmo at The Joey Harris. And folks, this is the last show before Christmas, and I'm in the holiday mood to share some gifts with you all as we look at the AWA 1981 Christmas show with a special added bonus. And just from me to you, we've had a great year. I hope that this is the best Christmas ever for you. I hope that you have just the exact Christmas that you want. I hope you get some time to take some downtime and some time for yourself. But the story behind this show is a few years back, I did the 1982 AWA Christmas show, and the last two matches on there, people were speculating that they were actually from this show, and I believe that they're right the more that I look into it. And so I said, you know, I want to be a completist. So I went back to do this show, plus in that completist mindset, to share a little bonus with you, but we'll get to that. The AWA 1981 Christmas show took place December the 25th, 1981 from the St. Paul Civic Center in St. Paul, Minnesota. Roger Kent is on the call, and the show is shown in the most complete form possible. We start out with Kenny J versus Rene Goulet joined in progress. Jay with a wrist lock. Goulet comes back. He gets a chin lock on. He kicks Jay. Goulet with more kicks. The referee makes him break. Goulet with a head scissors. Jay briefly turns it over for a 2 count. Jay with a modified sharpshooter to Goulet. Goulet gets to the ropes. Jay with a step over toe hold. He gets a 2 count. Goulet tries to get away. Jay keeps the hold on to get a 2 count. Goulet finally gets out. Jay with a shoulder block. Goulet with a pair of elbows and a body slam. He drops a second rope knee drop to get the pin. Kurt Hennig versus Evan Johnson. Early Hennig here, joined in progress as well. Johnson with a side headlock to Hennig. Johnson with a head scissors. Hennig tries to get out and does. They circle each other. Hennig with a side headlock. Johnson with an armbar. Hennig with a slam, but Johnson keeps the hold on. Hennig tries to get out of the hold. Hennig with a snapmare to break the hold. Hennig with a shoulder block. They trade moves. Hennig with an armbar. They get tied up in the ropes. They break and circle each other. Hennig with a drop toe hold into a leg lock. They get back to their feet. Johnson with some moves. He gets a 1 count. They tie up in the corner. They trade blows. Another rope break. Hennig with a bear hug. Johnson with a takedown for a 2 count. Hennig with a sunset flip for a 2 count. Hennig with a takedown and an atomic drop for a 2 count. Hennig with a flying mare. Hennig with a series of covers. The match goes to a time limit draw. Non-title match. The High Flyers Greg Gagne and Jim Brunzell versus Crusher Blackwell and Sheik Adnan Al-KC. Joined in progress. Gagne has Blackwell in an arm lock. The referee checks on Blackwell. All 4 men are in now. Gagne gets a 2 count. Brunzell tagged in and got an armbar on. Adnan tagged in. Brunzell with a wrist lock on Adnan. Gagne tagged in and hits a knee drop on Adnan. Brunzell back in. He keeps the armbar on. Brunzell with a hammer lock. He gets a 2 count. Gagne tagged in. He works on the arm of Adnan. Brunzell tagged in. He hits a headbutt and drops an elbow. He misses a second elbow drop. Blackwell beats Gagne down in the corner. The referee makes him break. Gagne moves on a splash attempt. All 4 men are in again. Blackwell throws Gagne over the top rope, but the referee didn't see it. Brunzell goes out to check on Gagne. Adnan goes after Gagne. Brunzell goes in after Blackwell while Gagne goes after Adnan on the outside. He gets back in, but Blackwell jumps him. He beats Gagne down. Brunzell breaks up the count. All 4 in again. Adnan goes in and gets a front face lock on. Brunzell tagged in and the referee didn't see the tag. Blackwell tagged in and got a bear hug on Gagne. Gagne fights to get out. He chops Blackwell, but Adnan tagged in and picked the bear hug up. Gagne breaks out again. Blackwell in. Back and forth. Brunzell tagged in. He hits a series of drop kicks. Adnan tagged in. Brunzell gets him down. High Flyers quick tag. Gagne hits a knee drop. Brunzell puts the figure 4 on. The referee is tied up with Gagne, allowing Blackwell to splash Brunzell. Adnan covers and pins Brunzell, and the heels quickly leave. And now a special bonus, folks. Going back to 1986 here. We covered Wrestle Rock 86, but a lot of the videos shown now cut out the Midnight Rockers and Buddy Rose and Doug Summers match. So I'm going to have that here for you. Able to find a copy thanks to Armstrong's Alley, Christopher P. Lettuce, his Google Drive. So thanks him for that. So we have as a special bonus the Midnight Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty versus Doug Summers and Buddy Rose with Sherry Martel from Wrestle Rock 86. Larry Nelson interviews Summers and Rose. They say they're going to use the Midnight Rockers as a stepping stone to the tag titles. Rockers get a good reception when they come out. Rose does his 217 pounds weight bit. Rod Trongard on commentary. Jannetty and Rose start. Rose does one-handed push-ups to start. Jannetty also does some. It takes a while to get started. Michaels tagged in and did a backflip off the turnbuckle, but Michaels shakes the ropes and Rose falls when he tries. Summers tagged in. Michaels with a pair of arm drags. He hits a drop kick. Rose tagged in. He stalls. They lock up. Michaels with an arm drag. Jannetty tagged in and hits a double axe handle. Jannetty with a flurry of offense. Summers tagged in and Jannetty gets an armbar on. Summers gets to the ropes. Jannetty moves on a corner charge. Jannetty with the armbar again. Michaels tagged in. Double shot to Summers. Rose tagged in. Jannetty also tagged in. They trade moves. Lock up and drive to the corner. Rose throws a shot. Jannetty moves and Summers gets hit. Michaels tagged in and got an armbar on. Rose struggles to get out. Rose gets out briefly. They then trade holds. Jannetty tagged in and drops a knee on the arm. Double teamed by the Midnight Rockers for a 2 count. Summers hits a forearm smash to Michaels. Summers runs Michaels into the corner. Michaels is being punished in the heel's corner. Summers with a suplex and a 2 count to Michaels. Rose tagged in and hit a corner whip. Back and forth. Summers and Jannetty both tagged in. Jannetty cleans house. Jannetty gets a 1 count on Summers. He power slams Summers for a 2 count. All 4 men in the ring. The Midnight Rockers clear the ring. Jannetty goes up top, but Rose pushes him off and Jannetty takes a nasty looking bump. Summers covers Jannetty to get the pin. They brawl after the match. Sherry and her team say they did what they said that they were going to do. Final thoughts. Not an overwhelming show, but a change of pace this holiday season. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at The Joey Harris. If you like the show, please leave a review on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, or your preferred podcast app. I would really appreciate it. We can also be found on Spotify and YouTube. Just search for The Cup of Joe Wrestling Show and don't forget to hit subscribe. Thank you for joining me. This is Joey saying so long from the heart of Virginia. Happy holidays, everybody.
The Cup of Joe Wrestling Show is a production of Baby Kangaroo Media.